Hello, my Patreon family. Have a cup of coffee with me this morning. It's snowing. Been snowing most of the night. I'm down here in the shop today. I've been working on the dog sled, remodeling the 2 sleds that come with it. You know, sometimes when the engineers develop things, they should probably speak to the outdoorsmen before they continue on down their path. So that's what today is about, as well as yesterday. I've been in the shop for 2 days, and I got one more day. I built a box for the dog sled, and right now I'm putting hitches on these. I'm replacing the hitches that they came with, you know, so you can hook them together. But that's not what today's video is about. I probably will touch on this a little bit later, but I kind of wanted to rant today. And it's because of the lack of common sense, we'll call this video. Lack of common sense in the state of Maine right now. And the reason that this is all of a sudden a problem for me is because I went to a store. I very rarely go to stores and shop. I can make almost anything I need, but every once in a while I do need, my stores that I go to are hunting supply stores, hardware stores, stuff like that. Once in a while I will get to a lumberyard now when I'm doing a project. I'm getting ready to build a family size fish house right now, so I had to go to the lumberyard for that. Different parts and pieces. So, but anyways, what's this about today? What do I want to rant about today? Well, as of last fall, in the state of Maine, the great people up in our capital, they decided that we don't need bags anymore. You know, grocery bags, stuff. Or you go to this hardware store and you buy your stuff, they put it in a little bag and you walk out to the car with it. Well, what my rant is about this is because it's the lack of common sense. You go to the grocery store and you buy a trunk load of groceries, and then they don't give you a bag to put it in. And the reason for this is because that bag that they put it in is filling up the landfills. That's where the lack of common sense comes in. Follow that? Lack of common sense. And this is from the higher ups in our great state of Maine and the great capital of Maine. They've decided that these bags fill up our landfills, so you can't have them anymore. Period. Where's the problem with that? It's not the little bag that fills up the landfill. It's all the crap that you put in the bag that fills up the landfill. If you go to a grocery store, there's not a piece of anything you buy that doesn't come with a piece of trash that you're going to have to throw into the landfill. And it's a whole bag full. It might be 30 pieces in one little tiny plastic bag that will end up in or a paper bag. If you don't want to give out plastic anymore, then go back to the old paper bags. You know, how about some common sense here? And why is this a problem? Well, the other day I went to the not the hardware store, I went to a hunting store. Cross hardware store, my stores kind of mix. I have 2 great hardware stores that I go to. Both of them have a sporting goods section, and both of them you can buy guns at. And you can buy fishing equipment, hunting equipment. So that's the kind of store that I go to. So I put a bunch of stuff on the counter, and the guy, I get done paying for it, and he takes his 2 hands and he pushes the stuff across the counter to me. Well, like I said in the beginning of this video, I don't go shopping very often, so when I see this crap coming across the counter, I'm thinking, what? No bag? And then it hit me. Within a few seconds of him pushing all that stuff across the counter to me. And some of them were little parts, little pieces and parts that I don't want to lose, because that's why I went to the hardware store. So anyways, And I said, oh, that's right. I forgot. No more bags. I said, yeah, the smart people that make up the government here in the state of Maine decided that we don't need a plastic bag anymore. Well, I also know that if they've got them, you can give them a nickel for it, or you can give them I took a dime out of my pocket and threw it across the counter, and I said, that ought to be able to buy me a bag. I mean, we're not talking I had 2 or 3 items. I had about 20 items. And like I said, they were small parts and pieces. You know, it just drives you absolutely batty. That, you know, my point here, I know I'm making fun of you, but, you know, our landfills are getting full. But it's the crap that you buy stuff in. You know, you buy a sandwich at the store and it comes in a plastic container. You know, everything comes in some kind of plastic container. And here's the really funny part about them plastic bags that they put the groceries in. I don't know very few people that don't reuse that bag for something. I did. We never threw them out. When I package up eggs that are in a carton, I put them in that plastic bag and then wrap them up. And when you put it in the cooler, when the ice melts and all of that from condensation, all my ice is in a jug. So when it melts, I get condensation on the outside of the jugs because I make my own ice. But if you put the eggs in there, the cotton doesn't get wet. Your egg cotton stays good for your eggs for the duration of my trip. And everybody reuses them for stuff. They go to the store, you put stuff in it. Go to your buddy's house, you put stuff in it. You know, it's a bag that everybody reuses. So now everybody's scrambling to take the place of that bag that was being reused. But the trash that's inside of that bag that goes to the landfill, well, we can't reuse that, so it ends up in the landfill. That's why I say lack of common sense. I just, you know, and I do know that this is a little bit of a rant video, but here on Patreon, I can get away with it. You know, from my channel, I reuse, I rebuild, I save stuff, I repurpose a lot of stuff. It's kind of the family joke. Should we go? We got to check with Papa, see if this is something that he can use. And a lot of times in my stuff, it is stuff that I can reuse. I'm sitting here in front of an axe. This is a beautiful axe. I don't know how old it is. It's on the name of it. If anybody knows anything, this is a Collins axe made in Connecticut. Now, I cleaned it up yesterday, but I bought this. This is a big axe. This sucker is 7 inches. This is a man-size axe. I bought this in a lawn sale. It had a head and it had a busted handle. I bought this in a lawn sale for $7. And then I purchased a new handle for it. And yesterday I took the time to clean up that head and mount this handle on it. I have got an axe now. That's what I'm talking about. I repurpose, reuse, and rebuild stuff all the time. So lack of common sense with that bag that most of the people in the state of Maine reuse makes no sense at all. So, anyways, I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I realize I wasn't able to get a video out this past Monday, but we were busy with all of the Christmas stuff that we do as a family here. We had a great Christmas. The grandkids had a great Christmas. And the whole day was good. We went and we get up here early and headed over to my daughter's house so that we could have the tree with them. That's part of what we enjoy doing. And my daughter, that's her big deal. She wants us there at the crack of dawn with the kids. So, but we did. We had a good time. We didn't have the traditional turkey dinner that we've had in the past. My wife made a gigantic lasagna, and I think there was like 15 or 16 people there for lunch. So we had a great time after the tree, And then on the way home, and it snowed all day too. It didn't amount to much, but it did snow. So it made for a nice Christmas day with the brand new white snow. So I want to say hi to all of you guys. I know I got names. I don't miss them, but we got Kevin out there. We've got Tina. We've got all kinds of people. We got Mark. We got new people now. Edmund. If you see Edmund in there, hello Edmund. I really appreciate you coming on board here at the Patreon channel. I realize you was only here about a week and a half ago, so your first weekend you missed on Monday's video. I don't normally do that, but like I said, it was a really busy time. And now we're kind of in between seasons, you know, deer season is over. So now I'm ramping up for ice fishing and all of that. So there'll be more content coming out, so don't get discouraged. Edmund, if you guys want to go check out Edmund's channel, he's got a brand new channel on YouTube that he's trying to get off the ground. So go check him out. Let's see. I don't want to. You start naming names, you start missing stuff. Hello, Matt. We got Matt. We've got Tina. We got Mark. We got Kevin. Yeah, we already mentioned Edmund. Hey, if I don't got you, I apologize. I think I do, but anyways, hello. Merry Christmas, and I will catch you next week.